Hello, and welcome to WWDC. I'm Siri, your virtual assistant, and today, I was asked to warm up the crowd, which should be easy since the high will be 75 degrees. Thanks for that.
This is our 23rd WWDC. Yes, it's older than many of you are. Just an hour and 43 minutes. 2 years ago, it took us 8 days, and we thought that was really quick. We now have over 400 million accounts on the App Store. And thanks to you, we have over 650,000 apps in that store. Customers have now downloaded an astounding 30 billion apps. We've written checks for over $5 billion to you guys. We're announcing exciting new changes in our notebook lineup and major releases of OS X and iOS.
Let me make a little bit of room on the slide here. What would make a next-generation MacBook Pro? A killer new display. It's about as thin as a MacBook Air. It is the lightest Pro notebook that we have ever made. Yes, it is a Retina display. It is 2,880 pixels by 1,800. Their density is 220 pixels per inch. That is the world's highest resolution notebook display. It's going to start shipping today.
We're here to announce Mountain Lion with iCloud, Notification Center, Dictation. Is sharing is the new Safari. PowerNap. It's a great name, isn't it? Is AirPlay mirroring, Game Center. There's so much more there. Things like VIPs, 1,700 new APIs. So Mountain Lion, we're going to be delivering it to customers next month via the Mac App Store. It's going to be just $19.99.
And this year is no exception, so I'm very happy to announce iOS 6. It has more than 200 new features, significant enhancements to Siri. Facebook integration are some really nice enhancements to the phone app. Do not disturb. We're enabling FaceTime over cellular. Safari is Photostream. Next are some great enhancements to Mail. Passbook is guided access. Is Maps. There was so much more in here. We're giving out a beta of iOS 6 to our developers today.
Thank you very much for the welcome.
We love you, Steve!
Yeah. Thanks, I think. In 2007, iPhone reinvented what we think of as a phone. We're going to take the biggest leap since the original iPhone. We're introducing iPhone 4, an all-new design. Stop me if you've already seen this. 9.3 millimeters thick. That is 24% thinner. As a matter of fact, it is the thinnest smartphone on the planet. On the front, we have a front-facing camera. We have the receiver. We have the home button. We have the micro SIM tray. We have a camera and an LED flash on the back. Second one, this is a biggie. Something we call the Retina Display. Now, the Retina Display has 326 pixels per inch that when you hold something around 10 or 12 inches away from your eyes is the limit of the human retina to differentiate the pixels. You know, you could help me out if you're on Wi-Fi, if you could just get off. I'd appreciate it. 3.5 inches, the same size as the iPhone 3GS, yet with 960 by 640 pixels, that's 4 times more pixels than the iPhone 3GS. We think this is going to set the standard for displays for the next several years, and we don't think anybody's going to come close. The iPhone 4 is powered by the A4 chip, 802.11n Wi-Fi, and of course GPS plus accelerometer plus compass, because we're adding a gyroscope. This is a great one. A whole new camera system, because the camera also records HD video, because there are 570 Wi-Fi base stations operating in this room. Okay? We can't deal with that. I've got time. iPhone OS 4. The first new feature is that we're going to rename it. We're going to take away the phone because it's on iPads and iPod Touches and iPhones. So we're going to rename it iOS 4. It has over 1,500 new developer APIs. I'm sure most of you have been playing with this. There's some great stuff in there. There's over 100 new user features as well. The biggest being multitasking. Now, in addition to that, we've added folders. iOS 4, multitasking, folders, much deeper enterprise integration, and just, again, tons of new features everywhere. And we're going to put a golden master candidate in developers' hands today. iBooks, iAds. Why are we doing iAds? We're doing it for one simple reason: to help our developers earn money so they continue to create free and low-cost apps for users. That's why we're doing this. But there is one more thing. And I think it's best that I just show you. Now, I really want your Wi-Fi devices off. Are they off? Hey, Johnny. We call this FaceTime. FaceTime video calling. We will be offering iOS 4 upgrades for the iPhone 3GS, the iPhone 3G, but again, not all of the features are supported. The hardware just won't support the kind of experience for multitasking that we would like to see, so that will not be supported on the 3G. And the iPod Touch, again, not all the features will be supported on every model, and it excludes the first generation because, again, the hardware will just not support it. And the great news here is that upgrades for all these products will be free on June 21st. This is our new baby. I hope you love it as much as we do. Thank you very much. Welcome. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. It always Thank you. It always helps, and I appreciate it very much. We're going to talk about three things today. You know, if the hardware is the brain and the sinew of our products, the software in them is their soul. And today we are going to talk about software.
Well, next up in OS X is Lion, with over 250 new features. I'm told I only have enough time to tell you about 10 key new features. Right into it. Number 1, multi-touch gestures. Number 2, full-screen applications. It's called Mission Control. Next up, the Mac App Store. Number 5, a simple but powerful idea, Launchpad. Resume, autosave, versions. Next, number 9. For as long as we've had computers, we've wanted to share documents. We have a new feature to help you do that and make it easier than ever. It's called Airdrop. Brings us to number 10. Number 10 is Mail. Amazing features. Just to bring up a few. I mean, don't Windows users who want to upgrade to a Mac deserve a migration feature just like we Mac users have? We have over 3,000 new APIs. Now, Lion will be available only in the Mac App Store. Most major releases of macOS X have been $129. But we love it so much that we want to make it available to even more people, so we're going to price it at just $29.99. We're going to have a developer preview, the latest developer preview available today. And for customers, one will be available in July.
There are currently more than 425,000 apps. More than 90,000 of these were made specifically for the iPad. Our customers have downloaded more than 14 billion apps from the App Store. This is incredible for our developers and for our customers. For our developers, there are more than 1,500 new APIs. There are more than 200 new features. Number 1, notifications, is newsstand, is Twitter, is Safari, is reminders, is camera. Next is mail, PC free, is Game Center, is iMessage. And there's other things like AirPlay mirroring. Some great new development tool. We are giving a developer seed to you today. iOS 5 will ship to all of our customers this fall.
You like everything so far? Well, I'll try not to blow it. So I get to talk about iCloud. And we're going to move the digital hub, the center of your digital life, into the cloud. Because all these new devices have communications built into them. They can all talk to the cloud whenever they want. And so now, if I get something on my iPhone, it's sent up to the cloud immediately. Let's say I take some pictures with it. Those pictures are in the cloud, and they are now pushed down to my devices completely automatically. So it automatically uploads it, stores it, and automatically pushes it to all your other devices. It's completely integrated with your apps. And so everything happens automatically, and there's nothing new to learn. We used to sell them for a subscription price of $99 annually, and those 3 apps are now going to be free. We've got 3 more apps, but we couldn't stop there. Is Documents in the cloud. It's called Photostream. It's iTunes in the cloud. We're also going to give everybody 5 gigabytes of free storage because we're not counting purchased music, apps, or books today. So that is iCloud. Now there's one more thing. No, nothing. A small thing. We're going to offer a third way, which is called iTunes Match. It costs just $24.99 a year. So please ask us for any help you need. That's why we're here. So go at it. Have a great week. And thank you very much for coming this morning.
I think a developer would look like a geek, nerdy, plaid.
Unshaven, glasses, spiky hair, beard.
A guy behind a door that's got enough of a crack they can slide a pizza underneath.
I think you won't even know who a developer is. I think you'd be surprised.
I really don't know what a developer looks like, but the apps they make let us do amazing things.
This is a milestone year for this conference. It's the 25th anniversary of the conference. And 2/3 of the attendees today are here at a developers conference for the very first time. A special shout out this morning to the student scholarship winners. They worked really hard to get here. Our youngest developer in the audience today is 13. We now have 9 million registered developers. That's up almost 50% since last year. That's the most developers we've ever added in a single year. It's a huge release, and it's so huge that we've dedicated an entire section of the presentation just for this.
OS 10 Oxnard, landing at OS 10 Rancho Cucamonga, at OS 10 Weed. Strangely, this one had large pockets of support within the product marketing organization that took them ultimately to a place that embodies the beauty and power of OS 10. We discovered OS 10 Yosemite. Now, I want to start with design. Check out that trash can. That is a gorgeous trash can. You wouldn't believe how much time we spent crafting a trash can. We also introduced a dark mode. Let's talk about Notification Center, Spotlight, iCloud Drive, Mail, Safari. Because now Airdrop works between iOS and the Mac. Handoff. And make the process of creating a hotspot easier than ever before. SMS. We're able to do the same thing with phone calls. Your Mac gives you caller ID, And you can even accept the call and use your Mac as a speakerphone. And it's available to you developers here today. Believe it or not, it will be free. We're having a public beta program.
It's a really terrific release. I'm just glad I'm in the beta program. Next up is iOS. We've now sold well over 800 million iOS devices, and iPhone has passed 500 million units.
With enhancements for both iPhone and iPad, we've refined Notification Center, interactive notifications, to get at the people you communicate with most frequently. So let's talk about Spotlight, QuickType, continuity. You get all the great continuity features. Messages, iCloud Drive, Enterprise, Health, Family Sharing, Photos.
The App Store now has over 1.2 million of your apps on it. They've now downloaded over 75 billion apps. We're giving the developers the capability to form app bundles. I do read your emails. We're introducing app previews, a new beta test service called Test Flight.
With this year's SDK, the team has done just an unreal job with over 4,000 new developer APIs. Extensibility. We're enabling third-party apps to define widgets that can now go in Notification Center. The ability to install system-wide third-party keyboards, Touch ID, cameras. We've enhanced the PhotoKit API, but now we also have HomeKit, CloudKit, Metal. So, and SpriteKit. We're bringing SceneKit, Xcode. We have a new programming language. The language is called Swift, and it totally rules. Fast, it is modern, it is designed for safety, and it enables a level of interactivity and development that you've never seen on the platform. That's iOS 8. It's going to be available to those of you here in beta today. And you guessed it, available to everyone else in the fall, and it'll run on all of these devices.
The App Store celebrates its 5th birthday next month, and they've now downloaded 50 billion apps. Thanks to you, we now have 900,000 apps in the store. 90% of those are downloaded each month. We have 375,000 apps that have been designed for iPad that we have now paid developers $10 billion. This morning, I'd like to introduce you to Anki.
We are using iOS devices not just as remote controls, but as the brains behind an immersive, real-world experience.
Weapons enabled.
We've hit a real issue. We do not want to be the first software in history to be delayed due to a dwindling supply of cats. So I'm proud to present to you today OS X Sea Lion? Okay, maybe not. That could be a bit of a dead end. So it's those places that inspire us here in California, in the place where OS X is designed and built. OS X Mavericks with Finder tabs, tagging. Yes, that guy. Multiple displays. I'd like to talk about some advanced technologies in Mavericks. Let's talk about Safari. So we have some more improvements that I think are going to really help you with your browsing, and one of them is Icloud Keychain. Next, some improvements to notifications. It'll now update apps for you right in the background, so you don't have to do it yourself. Calendar, Maps. We're bringing iBooks to the Mac. For those of you developers, we have a preview available for you today. And for everyone else, in the general public, you'll be getting the final release this fall.
We're going to do something different. We'd like to give you a sneak peek of something we're working on. Would you like that? Only because you're 6,000 of my most important friends. Can't innovate anymore, my ass. 1/8 the volume of the previous generation. It is coming later this year. It is designed by brilliant engineers in California and assembled here in the USA.
300 million iCloud accounts. It took Facebook 5 years to reach this many accounts.
I work for iCloud. I work for iCloud lets you create beautiful documents right in a browser, on a Mac, or on a PC. And now you have iWork on all your devices. You can create a document on your Mac, you can edit on your PC, and you can present from your iPhone. We're going to make this available starting today as a developer beta, and we'll expand that beta to include all users of iCloud later in the year.
It's a great thrill that I announce iOS 7. iOS 7 is the biggest change to iOS since the introduction of iPhone. It's packed with amazing new features and a stunning new user interface.
iOS 7 is a clear representation of these goals. It has a whole new structure that is coherent and that is applied across the entire system. Distinct functional layers help establish hierarchy and order.
You are going to absolutely love iOS 7. Thank you.
Your friends never looked more attractive. We just completely ran out of green felt and wood as well. This has got to be good for the environment. I have 10 features I want to talk to you about today, starting with Control Center. Let's talk about multitasking. Let's talk about Safari, Airdrop. Let's talk about the camera, and it's the new Photos app.
So let's talk about Siri. iOS in the car, the App Store. Let's talk about music. But today, we're introducing an amazing way to discover new music, and we call it iTunes Radio. iTunes Radio is free with ads, and if you're an iTunes Match subscriber, it's completely ad-free. We're starting in the US, and we'll be adding other countries over time.
FaceTime audio. And now, with Activation Lock, if a thief tries to turn off Find My iPhone, or if they even wipe the device entirely, they will not be able to reactivate it because they don't know your iCloud username and password. 1,500 new APIs. Can add AirDrop, integrate with third-party game controllers in beta on the iPhone today. We'll have betas for iPad coming up in the coming weeks, and for everyone else, a final release coming this fall.
Have a great conference. Enjoy the week. Thank you.